So let us solve this question. Now if you want to find out the time complexity of this program, so we need to see how many times this hello is going to be printed. Now let me take n is what? Let me take n value is 2. Now if you take n equal to 2, then let us see how many times this loop is going to be executed or this statement is going to be printed. So see, now n value is what? You have taken n value is 2. Now so I is what? I is what? 1, and 1 less than 2. Condition is true. This loop is going to be printed. You know, this hello is going to be printed. Now then again it is going to be incremented. So I is going to be updated. I will become 2. Now so 2 less than 2, condition is false. It means what? For I equal to 1, this loop, you know, this hello is going to be printed one time. This hello is going to be printed one time. Now let us take n value 4. Let us take n value 4. Now if you take n equal to 4, then let us check how many times it is going to be executed. Now for I equal to 1, one is less than 4, condition is true, then this is going to be printed first time. So first time, yes. Now then I is going to be updated, so I will become this time 2. Now 2 less than 4, yes, condition is true. Condition is true. Then again it is going to be printed, means second time hello will be printed. First time hello is printed and second time hello is printed. Yes, second time hello is printed. Then again I is going to be incremented. I is going to be incremented. I will become, this time I will become 4. Correct? 4 less than 4, condition is false. Means what? If you take n equal to 4, so this loop is going to be executed twice, and if you take n equal to 2, so this loop is going to be executed, you know, this statement is going to be executed only once. And if you take n equal to 4, so this loop is going to be executed, you know, twice. Now let me take n equal to 8. Let us take n equal to 8. So let us see what happens. Now if you see, now this time n is what? 8. Now so 1 less than 8, condition is true, then this loop is, you know, this hello is going to be printed, means first time hello is printed. This hello is printed first time. Now then I is going to be updated. I will become, so first I is initialized by 1. Now I is going to be updated by, you know, it is going to be 2. Now so 2 less than 8, condition is true, then again hello is going to be printed. Hello is going to be printed twice. This is second time, hello is printed second time. Now then again I is going to be updated. So 2 into, you know, 2, so it is going to be 4. So this is 4. Now 4 less than 8, condition is true. Then condition is true, then again it is going to be printed. So hello is going to be printed third time. Yes. Now again I is going to be incremented. So 4 into 2, it is going to be 8. Now 8 less than 8, condition is false. Condition is false. So for if you take n equal to 8, so this loop is going to be executed only 3 times. If you take n equal to 2, so this loop is going to be executed one time. If you take n equal to 4, this loop is going to be executed twice. So what is happening in this in this program? If you take n equal to 2, so it is, it is printing, one time. If you take n equal to 4, so it is printing 2 times. Now if you take n equal to if you take n equal to 8, so it will print 3 times hello, 3 times. Now if you take n equal to 4, so it is going to print how many times? Sorry, this is 16. If you take 16, so it is going to print 4 times. 4 times means what? See, so this 2 can be written as 2 raised to power 0. 2 raised to power 1. This 2 can be written as 2 raised to power 1, means one time it is printed. If you take n equal to 4, this 4 can be written as 2 raised to power 2. So it is going to print 2 times. Now this 8 can be written as 2 raised to power 3. So it is printing 3 times. So this 16 can be written as 2 raised to power 4. So it is printing 4 times. Now if I take, let me show you. If I take n equal to 256, how many times this hello is going to be printed? How many times this hello is going to be printed? So this 256 can be written as 2 raised to power 8. It means what? This hello is going to be printed 8 times. This hello is going to be printed 8 times. So now if n value is 256, so this hello is going to be printed 8 times. Let's say for n equal to, now because every time it is going to be executed in power of 2, so let us assume for value of n it is, it is going to be executed 2 raised to power k times, 2 raised to power k times. So if you see, if you calculate this, so you can take log both the sides, so it is going to be log n log 2 raised to power k and base 2. So it is going to be ultimately log n base. So time complexity of this program is what? Log n. So time complexity of this program is log n, because every time, instead of incrementing by one step size, so it is incrementing every time by step size 2. So that is the reason log n. Log n is the time complexity. And what is the base? Base is 2, because every time it is incrementing by the step size 2. Let's say if it is incrementing by the step size 3, what is the time complexity? In that case, time complexity is going to be still log n, but base is going to be 3. In that case, time complexity is going to be log n, but base is going to be 3. Now let me show you that case also. Now let's say this is 3. This is 3. Now let us say for n equal to 27. So n is what? 27. Let's see how many times this loop is going to be executed. For n equal to 27, how many times this loop is going to be executed? Now for I equal to 1, 1 less than 27, condition is true. Condition is true. Condition is true. So this hello is going to be printed. This hello is going to be printed for the first time. Yes. Now this I is going to be updated. So I will become 3. Now 3 less than 27, condition is still true. So condition is still true. It means what? Hello will be printed second time. So hello is going to be printed. Yes. Now, so next I is going to be updated. So I is what? 3. 3 into 3 is what? 9. 3 into 3 is 9. So 9 less than 27, condition is still true. Condition is still true. It means what? Again it is going to be executed and hello will be printed third time. Hello is going to be printed third time. Now again I is going to be incremented. So 9 into 3 is what? It is 27. 9 into 3 is what? 27. Now 27 less than 27, condition is false. So this loop is not going to be executed. Yes. Now so you can see for 27 it is going to be executed how many times? In power of 3. So it is executing 3 times. 1 2 3 times. So if you take n equal to 27, so this 27 can be written as 3 raised to power 3. So it is executing in power of 3. Yes. Now if you take if you take 81, correct, because you can see this step size. Now 81 can be written as 3 raised to power 4. So how many times this loop is going to be executed? This hello will be printed 4 times if you take n equal to 81. Similarly, if you take n, if for the value of n, how many times it is going to be executed? It is going to be executed in power of 3. So 3 raised to power k, because we don't know the value of n. That is the reason we are not able to write in power of 3 this n. But here I am able to write 81 in power of 3. 3 raised to power 4 is nothing but the 81 only. But here I cannot write. So now you can take the log both the sides. So it is going to be ultimately log 3 n, and if you can simplify this, so the time complexity of this program is what? Log n base 3. Correct. Let's say if base is 4, then what is the time complexity? If base is 4, so you don't need to do anything special. So you can simply use base 4, because this I value is going to be updated every time by step size 4. So the time complexity of that program is going to be log n base 4. Now let me take another example. So this is a good question. Now if you want to find out the time complexity of this program, so see, this loop is what? This loop is not dependent how many times this loop is going to be executed. This loop is going to be executed n times. We know this loop is going to be executed n times. Now if you see, this loop is depending on the value of I, means it depends on the first for loop value, it depends on the I value. Now what about this third loop? This third loop is what? It is going to be executed every time 133 times. This loop is going to be executed every time for the value of j. For the value of j, it is going to be executed every time 133 times. So let us see how it is going to be executed. So let me take I equal to 1. I equal to 1. Now I equal to 1, condition is true, 1 less than n, condition is true, then it is what? J equal to 1. Now j equal to 1. Now what is the value of I? I is what? 1, j is also 1. 1 equal to 1, condition is true. Condition is true, it means what? It will enter into the loop, and this for loop or this hello will be printed 133 times. 133 times, correct? When k value will become 134, this loop is going to be terminated, and now it is going to be updated. J is going to be updated, so j will become 2. Now 2 less than 1, condition is false. It means what? This second loop is also, this second loop is going to be terminated. So second loop is going to be terminated. It means now I is going to be updated. So I is going to be updated, so it will become 2. It means what? For I equal to 1, hello will be printed 133 times. 133 times. Now let us see, if I equal to 2, then how many times this hello will be printed. So now it is going to be what? I is what? I is now in this case 2. Now so this so what is this? I equal to 2. Now 2 less than n, condition is true. So again this second loop is going to be executed. First j value is going to be initialized. So j is what? Initially 1. Now 1 less than 2, condition is true. 1 less than 2, condition is true. It means this control will enter inside this loop. Now how many times this hello is going to be printed? Again 133 times for the value of j equal to 1. For j equal to 1, this hello is going to be printed 133 times. Now once k value will become 134, this loop is going to be terminated. Then you can increment the value of j. So j is going to be increment. So now j will become 2. Now j is what? 2. Now 2 equal to 2, condition is true. Condition is true, it means what? Again it is going to be executed. How many times it is going to be executed? It is going to be executed 133 times for the value of j equal to 2. Now once k value will become 134, this loop is going to be terminated. Then again j value is going to be updated. Now j will become 3. Now j is what? 3. So 3 less than 2, condition is false. So this second loop is also going to be terminated. Now this loop is terminated, then again it will increment the value of I. So now I is what? I will become 3. So what is happening? If I is what? 1, then it is printing 133, means 1 into means only 133 times. 1 into 133 times, or you can say it is printing 133 times. This loop is running only 1 times, correct? This loop is running one times for k equal to 1 to 133. Now if I is what? 2, so it is printing 133 into 133 and 133. For j equal to 1, it is printing 133 times hello, and for j equal to 2, it is running 133 times. So now what we can write? 2 into 133. So 133 plus 133 can be written as 2 into 133. Now what will happen if I equal to 3? So now it will execute for j equal to 1, it will execute for j equal to 2, it will execute for j equal to 3, and it will not execute for 4. So now it means what? For j value is 1, then it is going to print 133 times. For j is what? 2, then it is going to print 133 times. For j value is going to be 3, then it is going to again print 133 times hello. So for I, if I is what? 3, then it is going to print 3 into 133 times hello. So we can we can add all this. Now if I is what? If I is n, let's say if I is n, then how many times it is going to be printed? N into 133 times. So you can add all the statement values. So it is going to be what? 1 into 133 plus 2 into 133 plus 3 into 133 plus n into 133. Now, so this is 133, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n. So this is nothing but the series. So let me write here. So 133, so 1 plus 1, so this is sum of series, so n into n plus 1 divided by 2. So what is the time complexity? Time complexity is n square. You can ignore all the constant values. So time complexity is what? N square in this case. So let us solve this question. Now in order to find out the time complexity of this program, see, we are going to see how many times this hello is going to be printed. So let's say I equal to 1. If I equal to 1, then let us see how many times this hello is going to be printed. Now 1 less than n condition is going to be true. Then how many times this second loop is going to be executed? Second loop is going to be, j is what? 1 and I is what? 1. So 1 to 1 square means 1. So how many times this loop is going to be run? So this loop is going to be run only once, correct? So this loop is going to be run only once, and this loop is going to be, this hello is going to be printed 133 times. So second loop is going to be run once, and this third loop is going to be printed 133 times hello. Now then k value will become 134, so this loop is going to be terminated. Then j is going to be incremented. So j is going to be what? 2, and but 2 is not less than equal to 1, condition is false. So this loop is also going to be terminated. Now I is what? 2. I will become 2. Now if I is 2, now let us see how many times this hello is going to be printed. So 2, so this is a square actually. Now 2 square means what? 4, correct? So if I is what? 2, so this is nothing but 2 squares. 2 square means what? 4. Now, so how many times this loop is going to be executed? For j equal to 1, j equal to 1, it will print 133 times hello. For j equal to 2, because 2 less than 4, so it will print 133 times hello. For for j equal to 3, it will print 133 times, and 4 for j equal to 4. For j equal to 4, it will print 133 times hello. So it is, for I equal to 2, so it will print hello 4 into 133 times. So let me write. So this is nothing but 1 into 133. So this can be written as 2 into 133. This is 4 times, so 2 square. Let me use this 1 square. Now if you take I equal to 3, so this is nothing but the 9. It will become 9. So 9 means what? So it is going to be, it will execute for j equal to 1, j equal to 2, so it will execute up to 9, correct? So 9 can be written as 3 square 133. So for j equal to 1, it will print hello 133 times. For j equal to 2, it will print 133 times hello. For j equal to 3, it will print 133 hello times, like this. So 9 times into 133 times 9 times into 133 times hello is going to be printed for I equal to 3. So this is what the meaning. Now, so like this, I equal to, let's say, n. If you take I equal to n, then what will happen? J is going to be executed how many times? J is going to be executed n square time. J is going to be executed n square times. So n square times for 133. So this, let us sum all these statements. So it is what? 1 square into 133 plus 2 square into 133 plus 3 square into 133 plus up to n square into 133. So now 133, let us take common. Now so it is 1 square, it is what? 2 square, it is 3 square plus n square. So it is what? 133. Now this is what? Series. So n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1 divided by 6. So if you solve this, so time complexity of this program is nothing but the order of n cube. So this is what the time complexity of this program. Time complexity of this program is order of n cube. Now let me do some modification in this question so that we can solve. Let's say same program, but this is not executing 133 times, it is executing every time n by 2 times. It is executing n by 2 times every time. So what will be the time complexity for this program? So we have already seen, so I equal to 1, how many times this loop is going to be executed? For j equal to 1, correct? J equal to 1, and this loop is going to be executed n by 2 times. Means what? Hello is going to be printed n by 2 times. Now then j is going to be what? J is going to be 2, then 2 less than 1 condition is false, so it will not be executed. Now for I equal to 2, how many times this second loop is going to be executed? So I equal to 2 means what? 4. So 4 means what? J is going to be executed 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Every time for j equal to 1, it will print n by 2 times hello. For j value, no, if j value is 2, then it is going to print n by 2 times hello. For j value 3, it is going to print n by 2 times hello. For j equal to 4, it is going to print n by 2 times hello. It means what? So it can be written as n by 2 into 2 square, and it can be written as n by 2 into 1 square. For I equal to, if you take I equal to 3, so how many times hello is going to be printed? So n by 2 into 3 square, so it is nothing but the 3 square. Now like this, if I equal to n, then how many times? N by 2 into n square. So this is what the let us add all these statements. So now n by 2 into 1 square plus n by 2 into 2 square plus n by 2 into 3 square plus n by 2 into n square. So what will be the time complexity? If you can take n by 2 as a common, so this is nothing but 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus up to n square. So this is nothing but the series. So n by 2, and this is what? N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. So what is the time complexity? So you can solve this. So it is going to be n raised to power 4 is the time complexity. So let us find the time complexity of this program. So if you see this program, so now see this, how many times this loop is going to be executed? This loop is going to be executed n by 2 times. I equal to 1 to n by 2 times. So n by 2 times this loop is going to be executed. Now if you see second loop, so second loop is also executing n by 2 times. It is executing from n by 2 to n. So n by 2 times this loop is going to be executed n by 2 times. Now if you see third loop, now what about this third loop? So we have already solved this question. Means if it is this k value is going to be updated in by the step size 2. So what is the time complexity of this for loop? So the time complexity of this for loop is, we have already seen this case, so log n. Now what will be the base? Base is going to be 2, log n base. Now so every loop is what, they are not dependent on each other, so you can directly multiply all those statements. So n by 2 into n by 2 into log n. So time complexity is what? N square log n. So this is what the time complexity for this given program. Now let me solve the next example. Let's say we are having one for loop for I equal to 1, I square I plus plus printf, and this is hello. Now see how many times this hello is going to be printed. Now if you see this statement, we can write this statement can be written as I equal to I less than equal to root n. So we can write this expression like this also. So now we can easily understand. Now this loop is going to be executed I equal to 1 to root n times, correct? So it is going to be executed how many times? I equal to 1 to root n. So how many times this hello is going to be printed? So this hello is going to be printed root n time. So what is the time complexity of this program? Time complexity of this program is what? Root n. So this is what the time complexity of this program. Now let me take one more example. So in this program we are having 3 loops. So this loop is going to be executed how many times? This loop is going to be executed n by 2 times. This loop is going to be executed n by 2 times. And if you see second loop is going to be executed how many times? It is going to be executed every time. It will always be executed 100 times only. So it will always be executed 100 times. 100 times. Now if you see third loop, now third loop is going to be executed every time. It is going to be executed 1000 times, correct? So 1000 times. Now so all 3 loops are they are not dependent on each other, so you can directly multiply. So n by 2 into 100 into 1000. So what is the time complexity? You can ignore all the constant values and you can directly write time complexity is order of n. So this is what the time complexity of this given program.